I feel like for me, it's just to just start, I just would make a loop, not really thinking of, all right, I want to make this specific style of track. I'll just start with some drums and sometimes I'll like change the placement. It started off like as a dancehall thing, then it ended up as a hip hop thing where it just kind of evolves as I'm creating, just trying to have fun with it. My funny story, so my first Splice pack was, I was trying to pay my rent. Like I was trying to move to LA and I realized like the year before that, like releasing sample packs was like a quick, easy way. I just post on my Twitter and be like, all right, here's some sounds, and people like be excited to support me. So I remember Jordan hit me up and he was like, yeah, I'd love to work with you on a Splice release. So I actually had the kit like 100% done before I even knew it was gonna be on Splice. And I was like, it could be a great opportunity. So I just emailed it to him and he was like, all right, this is dope. I remember I heard like a Bryson Tiller track that they used one of the samples. I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then I realized like, okay, so just being on the platform, a lot of people are gonna find the sounds. I know I've heard my loops in like a Post Malone track too as well, where it's been like great reception so far. I think that's like maybe top three skills that you really need to like, focus on. Is like not saying no or shutting anything down, just kind of being open to like whatever comes up, whatever you're trying to create. I did some work on this track for Marian, and I was just making like a dancehall track. I had no idea he would be interested in doing something like that at the time. And the writer was just like, yo, I'm gonna send this to Marian. I was like, oh, all right. And I met him and that really like gave me like a big confidence boost. I could just go in and make something that I feel comfortable with instead of trying to cater to like a specific sound for the artist. Have goals in mind that where you want to go with your production. Yeah, I was definitely trying to be like Timbaland and Kanye, and there's like producers from Jamaica. This guy, Steven the Genius, just producing kind of like, all right, in a year or two, I'd want to maybe produce for this artist or have this type of sound, kind of like developing that sound or that direction that you want to go in. I started working with a producer engineer in Jamaica that had a studio, and he was engineering for Champagne, producing his stuff. So I'd walk in and they're just recording and having like the craziest sessions, being able to just play something and he's like, yeah, all right, load that up in Pro Tools. That was like really good, like confidence boost. For younger producers right now, it's such a great time where the sounds are so readily accessible. Like when I was starting to make beats, you have to really dig online. Like you'd hear certain sounds and you wouldn't have no idea where to find them. But now you can get sounds from like the top producers, like ready to start your next project. I feel like good dancehall tracks really about the vibe. It's not necessarily the drum placement. It's just the groove and like the bass line. I mostly start with the drums first. So I kind of try to like get a little groove going, and then depending on like where the groove goes, I kind of like try to bring in like some melodic stuff, maybe like a piano start or like a guitar start. Recently, I've just been like banging on random stuff on my table and just processing them back with like effects. Well, I love the reverbs from Arturia is really good, and like the preamps kind of get the volume up first. Some certain songs I re-recorded, so that's good. So I get just like a clean volume and like nice reverb from them. I feel like number one is definitely just to have fun with it. Like create because you want to create, not like create for like any other reason. Working with Van Jess has been really organic so far, where I would just go in and I would just be playing random chords or a random drum loop, and if they like it and they're like, that's the one, they just immediately start writing and have ideas to it. Smino's dope. The energy he brings to is really fire. When he's just freestyling, he comes up with tracks so fast. He just gotta be making beats to kind of fulfill his recording. But sometimes I feel just going in and listening to what they might be going through at the time, or just that direction that they've never done before, and just experimenting and seeing what we come up with. It's been the best part. One thing that's stuck to me so far is like when doing sessions is to really try to get the best song from the artist instead of kind of imposing your like creativity, trying to make the craziest beat. It's kind of trying to feel what their energy is and just facilitating that with the music production.